What is up, Suplex Rumble family? Welcome back to the channel where we break down the biggest moments and stories in professional wrestling. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now because what we're discussing today involves three of the most significant figures in WWE history. Triple H, the Game, the cerebral assassin, now the chief content officer of WWE, reportedly pulled Gunther aside backstage for a serious conversation about John Cena. The implications are massive, and we're breaking down every angle. Let's dive in. Alright, let's set the scene because the context of this conversation is crucial to understanding why it matters so much. According to multiple reports from wrestling journalists and sources close to the situation, Triple H, in his role as WWE's chief content officer and someone deeply invested in the company's future, had a private conversation with Gunther backstage at a recent event. Now, when Triple H pulls someone aside for a conversation, it's not casual. This is a man who understands professional wrestling at the highest level, as a performer, as a character, and now as an executive shaping WWE's future. Triple H has been instrumental in developing talent, crafting storylines, and positioning WWE for long-term success. When he takes the time to have a one-on-one conversation with a performer, it's significant. The topic of this conversation? John Cena. Specifically, warning Gunther about what it means to be in John Cena's orbit, to potentially face him, to be part of a storyline with one of the biggest stars in WWE history. According to sources, Triple H's message wasn't negative or discouraging, it was preparatory. He was making sure Gunther understood the magnitude of what could be coming, the pressure that comes with being positioned against a legend, and the opportunity that such a situation represents. Think about what Triple H knows firsthand. He's been in the ring with legends. He's carried WWE through multiple eras. He's faced the pressure of living up to enormous expectations. He knows what Gunther is about to experience. The warning reportedly covered several key points. First, the spotlight that comes with a John Cena program is unlike anything else in wrestling. The media attention, the fan scrutiny, the global audience, it all intensifies exponentially. Second, John Cena's work ethic and preparation are legendary. If you're going to share a ring with him, you better be ready to deliver at the highest possible level. Third, this is a career-defining opportunity. How Gunther handles a potential program with Cena could cement his legacy or expose any weaknesses. But here's what makes this fascinating: Triple H reportedly also expressed confidence in Gunther. This wasn't just a warning, it was preparation mixed with belief that Gunther can rise to the occasion. Triple H essentially said, "Here's what you're walking into, here's how serious this is, but I believe you have what it takes to make this legendary." That combination of honest assessment and genuine confidence? That's leadership. That's what great mentorship looks like in professional wrestling. The fact that Triple H took the time to have this conversation tells us several things. 1. WWE is seriously considering a Gunther vs. Cena program. 2. They believe Gunther is ready for this level of spotlight. 3. They want to set him up for success, not just throw him into the deep end. 4. Triple H is invested in Gunther's development and legacy. This isn't just backstage gossip, this is WWE's leadership actively preparing their talent for monumental moments. To fully appreciate this situation, we need to understand each of these three men individually, because they each bring something unique to this story. Triple H's journey through WWE is the stuff of legend. From his early days to DX, to the Game persona, to his legendary feuds, to his executive role, he's lived every aspect of this business. As a performer, he's been WWE champion multiple times, main event countless WrestleManias, and had career-defining programs with every major star of his generation and beyond. But what's relevant here is what he learned through all those experiences. He knows what it takes to work with legends. He knows the pressure, the preparation, the mental game. As an executive, Triple H has been instrumental in developing NXT talent and now shapes WWE's main roster direction. He's invested in creating the next generation of legends. His conversation with Gunther comes from a place of experience and investment. He's been there, done that, and now wants to help others succeed. John Cena. Where do we even begin? 16-time world champion, face of WWE for over a decade, mainstream superstar, cultural icon. The man is legendary in every sense of the word. But what's important for this conversation is understanding what it means to work with John Cena in 2024 to 2025. Cena's in the twilight of his in-ring career. He's selective about his matches, his appearances matter more because they're rare, and when he steps in that ring, the entire wrestling world watches. The pressure on his opponents is immense. You're not just facing a legend, you're potentially being part of his final chapter. The scrutiny is incredible. The expectations are sky high. But here's the opportunity: working with Cena has elevated countless careers. He's generous in the ring, he makes his opponents look incredible, and being part of a memorable Cena program can cement your legacy. Think about the performers who've had significant programs with Cena. Many of them credit those feuds as career-defining moments. Cena has a track record of elevating talent. So when Triple H warns Gunther about Cena, It's not just about the challenges, it's about recognizing the magnitude of the opportunity. And then there's Gunther, the ring general, one of the most dominant performers in modern WWE. Let's talk about why he's positioned for this moment. Gunther has been incredible. His Intercontinental Championship reign was historic, one of the longest reigns in WWE history. Match after match, he delivered excellence. What makes Gunther special? Authenticity. He's not playing a character that's wildly different from himself, he's a serious, technical, hard-hitting wrestler who demands respect. That realness connects with audiences. In the ring, Gunther is brutal. The chops, the strikes, the technical prowess, the ring psychology, he's a complete package. He makes everything feel legitimate and important. His matches don't feel like performances, they feel like fights. That aura of legitimacy is rare and valuable in modern wrestling. But here's what's crucial: Gunther has been building toward this level. The long championship reign, the high-profile matches, the consistent excellence, it's all been preparation for main event status. He's evolved from dominant champion to potential main eventer. He's proven he can carry storylines, deliver in big moments, and connect with audiences. He's ready for the next level. And Triple H recognizes that readiness. That's why the conversation happened. Triple H sees someone capable of standing across the ring from John Cena and delivering something legendary. So you've got Triple H with all his experience and leadership, John Cena with his legendary status and remaining matches, Gunther with his dominance and readiness for elevation. These three elements coming together? That creates the potential for something. Now let's dig into what this conversation really means beyond the surface level, because there are layers to this situation. The fact that WWE is positioning Gunther for a potential program with John Cena tells us everything about how highly they value him. John Cena's remaining matches are precious. He's not wrestling weekly, he's not in throwaway programs. Every Cena match needs to matter. It needs to be special, memorable, and meaningful. WWE choosing Gunther as a potential opponent for one of those precious matches? That's a massive vote of confidence. That says we believe your main event caliber. We believe you can deliver on the biggest stage. This isn't about giving Gunther a participation trophy, this is about recognizing that he's reached a level where he can carry a program with one of the biggest stars in WWE history. There's a symbolic element here that's powerful. John Cena passing the torch, so to speak, to the next generation. Wrestling has always been about this cycle of legends putting over the next generation, ensuring the business continues to thrive. Cena has done this throughout his career, and his final matches will likely continue that tradition. Gunther representing that next generation makes perfect sense. He's not a rookie who needs establishing, he's a proven champion who's ready to be the guy. A program between Cena and Gunther could symbolically represent WWE's present meeting its future. Cena's legacy and star power elevating Gunther to undisputed main event status. Implication 3, the pressure and opportunity balance. Triple H's warning highlights something crucial: opportunity and pressure are two sides of the same coin. The opportunity is incredible. Main event spotlight, working with a legend, potential WrestleMania program, career-defining moments. But the pressure is equally intense. Living up to expectations, performing at the highest level, handling media scrutiny, delivering in the biggest moments. Triple H warning Gunther about this balance shows wise leadership. He's not just throwing talent into situations and hoping for the best, he's preparing them mentally and strategically. Great leaders don't just create opportunities, they prepare people to maximize those opportunities. That's what Triple H is doing here. Let's talk about the story that could be told with Gunther versus Cena. You've got contrasting styles: Cena's never give up heroism versus Gunther's brutal efficiency. You've got generational clash, the legend of the past decade versus the dominant force of the present. You've got philosophical differences: Cena's connection with fans versus Gunther's demand for respect through dominance. The promos alone would be incredible. Cena's inspirational, off-the-cuff brilliance against Gunther's serious, no-nonsense intensity. Two completely different approaches creating natural conflict. And the match? The in-ring styles would create something unique. Cena's comeback sequences against Gunther's methodical destruction. The clash would be fascinating.